Find X7 Ultra, high-end phone from Oppo brand. You are watching final review. I usually make first impressions and next goes very in-depth comparison videos against other high-end devices of other brands. And after that, I make final impressions video that you are watching right now. What I liked. Overall feelings. My favorite design. It just fits in the hand. A very comfortable handling, nothing piercing the hand, very sleek, all edges are round. Speakers are good and loud, 3 out of 5 stars, on the same level as other high-end ones. I can use phone without headphones. Battery life is very solid. Easily can get 8 to 11 hours of screen on time, depending on what I'm doing. And charging speeds are the best that I saw, 25-30 minutes average charge time. So fast, I love it. It has 1-inch sensor. You cannot fool nature, and larger sensor size with crystal clear glass will give better image. Better gradients and noise levels. You can crop in on images more without losing quality. I reject anything smaller than 1 inch on high-end devices. Photography. One of the best camera phones. It has very special portrait computation. So good result. Skin colors are not very accurate, but pleasing. It has Hasselblad styling. Toned down look, like vintage small DSLR camera. Image is soft, but very natural. Nothing very weird. I love to shoot portraits with it so much that I can say that it is one of the best, if not the best smartphone for portrait photography. And RAW photography. All lenses work, computational RAW is very nice. It became unnoticeable for most of the people. But I think it is one of the best smartphones for RAW photography. I liked it very much. Image is flexible. Joy to work with in most situations. Relatively good video recording. Out of the box, colors are good, stabilization was nice, and I loved microphones. Audio is crisp. I absolutely love to film nature with it. And what I disliked? Of course, the modern plague. No storage expansion. Why? No 3.5mm audio jack with good amplifiers for noise-free microphone and good headphones listening experience. No second Thunderbolt port. No easily replaceable battery. Why? Why? I'm tired of this modern behavior. There is no hard charging limit. When I set a limit, phone can never overcharge above it. This is a very important feature. Hard limit can prolong battery health long term, after 3-5 years of use. The biggest problem for me was some problems with OS. I could not make any of my Wear OS smartwatches to work. You can find most of the needed features inside Color OS, but I wished for more. No true AI assistant that is local on the device. I dislike that I do not have an ability to use text, voice assistant to help me with my routine daily tasks. Find X7 Ultra is not a small device, and I'm not a big fan of the basic one-hand mode. Camera app is not bad, but nothing special. Some people can find it appealing, that it does not overwhelm you with lots of buttons, settings that you do need to understand, customize and use, but I disliked lack of some features and settings. You get what you get. If you love the results, you are happy. If you not, well, sorry, better to start liking it. Big problem. Autofocus. Sometimes it just refused to focus, even during daylight. And not only in photo mode, but video as well. It was not just one rare occasion, but I faced it multiple times. Despite being one of the best camera phones with soft pleasing image, after one big firmware update, second telephoto lens became AI mess with very ugly image on large zoom levels. Some images I got were very distorted. Metal no longer looks like metal, stone like stone. Glossy is no longer glossy and matte is not matte. It confused white balance at evening, making image very blue. Also, second telephoto lens had some problems with optical image stabilization during low light. Images have movement and shot, making some photos unusable. Next thing is subjective. But I found contrast levels to be too low, to the point that it becomes not just flat and toned down, but feels like defect, especially it is noticeable in backlight situations. As soon as light hits the lens, contrast levels becomes very bad. I faced light leaks, flares. Sometimes in portraits it has very weird outline and torn light artifacts. I love to make sunrise-sunset photos, and it is a huge deal breaker for me. Camera API is almost fully locked. Third-party apps do not have access to the camera hardware. That's why you cannot get better image in photo or video using external solutions. Slow motion is very limited. I see no ultra slow motion options, not in high resolution, not in low. Options that are available are rather limited and not impressive at all. What I wish for the future Oppo phones? Of course, storage expansion, 3.5mm audio jack with amplifiers for microphones, external speakers and whatnot. Heck, I can even use good studio headphones with such port. Second Thunderbolt port for connectivity, why not? Really, why not? Easily replaceable battery. Phone is high-tech device, but not a consumable that you will throw away as a e-waste in couple of years for a new shiny toy. I wish it had hard charging limit to stop battery degradation. Automatic smart charging algorithms are just not reliable and cannot understand my behavior. More improvements inside OS. I wish it have true AI assistant that fully understand context. Very important. It should understand context to some extent, can understand voice and text crystal clear, and is fully local on my device. Very important. Fully local on my device. That uses local machine learning models. I want better one-hand mode implementation. Give me a choice. Option 1 or option 2, like on Vivo, Honor and Samsung. And of course, I wish the device was global, with full support for Wear OS smartwatches. Better speakers. They are nice, but it can be better. I want to see at least Huawei level of performance, with more clear and open mids. Do not make it just loud, but crisp. Better coatings on lenses for more improved contrast levels against bright light sources. And better image stabilization for second telephoto. And of course, better lens and sensor for this telephoto to make it more usable in more scenarios. More advanced camera app. It has master mode where you can manually customize your settings, but you are losing HDR. Why do I have to choose? Combine auto mode with master mode. Just make an M button for manual and A button for auto. Give me ability to turn HDR on and off with all settings and parameters, like saturation, contrast, sharpness, brightness, both in RAW and Auto JPEG. Implement color profiles. I love this Hasselblad style, but not all the times. Sometimes skin tones looks too pale, and I just want to change and control my image more, depending on situation and my mood. Other phones have 3 styles. Natural, contrasty and saturated. Find X7 Ultra has only 1. I wish at least 2, but preferably more. I want to see 10-bit computational log video recording with more advanced exposure controls, like zebras, waveforms, false color. And ability to load in LUTs to preview your image, or even burn in LUTs. It means that settings and tweaks that you made with LUT files are being applied on the final video, and you do not have to color grade anything on the computer. It is ready out of the box. And open your camera API for third-party applications. I want to see full Google Cam support, I want to see MC Pro 24 FPS and motion cam support. Also, I want to see more slow motion options. 4K 120 frames per second, 4K 240 FPS, 1080p in 2000 frames per second. Just make it in small bursts with small crop applied. Slow motion is so cool and give you absolutely astonishing angles of view that other video recording options simply just can never give you, even remotely close, like not even a discussion how cool it is. And for some reason, I do not see good slow motion implementation on modern devices, despite it being the scene in the past. And I want to see pre-capture buffer both on photos and videos. It means that your phone buffers the image, and when you press recording button, previous 2 or 3 seconds were recorded. It is like time machine option. I want better subject recognition and tracking for autofocus. Every modern mirrorless camera can recognize eyes, faces, people, poses, animals, insects, vehicles. And I want this inside the phone, with visible marks on the screen, to understand that it works. One more wish. I want to see burst photo mode for RAW photography. Do not make 30 or 100 bad-looking photos. I want 3 to 7 FPS, but with full computational and normal RAW shooting, with full image quality. And to make it possible, I want to see variable aperture and leaf shutter like on Hasselblad lenses. Come on. You have Hasselblad logo, but do not use their most interesting technology. Hasselblad lenses have leaf shutter built into them. It can be more reliable than conventional mechanical shutter and solve high-speed shooting problems on smartphones. And finally, my personal wish. I want to install any operating system of my choice to the phone, with all APIs free and open for my hardware that I own, but not the company that made the phone. This is my device, not yours. I bought it, not rented it. This is unlikely in this era, but it will 100% be implemented in the future, and is already implemented in other worlds, outside of prison Earth. I just wish it come true early. So, that's pretty much it. I loved Find X7 Ultra from Oppo very much. Their vision of a phone is to give you a sleek device that feels very human, and gives you soft but detailed toned-down image with pre-customized settings and ease of use. It is one of the best smartphones on the planet right now, and if they implement everything I stated above in the future, it will be even better. I want to remind you that you are watching final review of the Oppo Find X7 Ultra. If you want to know more about this device, you can watch initial review. It is called Hasselblad Magic Portrait King of Smartphones. Next, large portrait and face retouching mode battle. That is called One True King, Oppo versus Vivo. And large phone comparison battles with in-depth audio speakers quality examples, photo examples against high-end phones, and $1,300 conventional Sony camera with bright general zoom lens. And of course, video quality battle with DJI Osmo Pocket 3 examples. Those videos are called Game of Phones, Oppo versus Xiaomi versus Vivo. Infinity Phones, Oppo versus Sony versus Xiaomi versus Samsung versus Vivo. And Star Phones Episode 2, Android Strikes Back, Oppo versus Google Pixel versus Huawei versus Honor versus Vivo. And if you are interested in full in-depth color OS and camera app guide and tour, you can watch this video that is called Oppo OS Guide, OS and Camera App. Everything will be in the description and pinned comment. Hope you enjoyed. See you in another videos. Have a very cosmic day.